Hey guys, this is Nell coming at you from Urban Athlete. I'm just going to put together a quick 10-minute foam roll video. You know you have one of these sitting in a corner collecting dust, so this is a perfect time to get it out and use it. So what we're going to do today is basically I'm going to start from the lower body and we're just going to work our way up through the upper body. On each section or each body part, we're going to spend about 1 minute. Always remember that if you have tightnesses or need to work a little bit longer on a specific spot, that's totally fine. You can always pause the video, just hold, do a little bit more where you're feeling tightness, and then kind of keep moving on. But I'm going to run through everything pretty quickly. It'll be about a minute each part, and we should be through with it in about 10 minutes. So grab your foam roller, here we go. So we're going to start today with the lateral quad. So the vastus lateralis down here. A lot of times when you get some pulling in the knee or you feel like you're imbalanced on a leg, or if you're standing on one leg, a lot of times you have a lot of tightness through that lateral quad. So this is going to help kind of loosen that up, kind of get the knee tracking back correctly, and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, grab your foam roller. We're going to get kind of like in a side plank position, okay? So find a place where you're comfortable with your hand. If this bothers your wrist, you can go on up. I'm going to straighten my right leg, okay, and put my left leg in front of me for support. My core is in nice and tight, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to roll forward slightly so that we're not right in the center, like where the seam of your pants would be. You're a little bit forward of that, okay? So you're here in that lateral quad. So what you're gonna do, anytime you foam roll, what you're gonna try to do is find a tender point, and you're gonna sit on that tender point for about 20 seconds. So I'm gonna roll till I feel something right there that's like a little bit tender. All right, core is in nice and tight, and we're gonna sit there, and we're gonna hold that about 20 seconds. Now I'm gonna do only 3 rolls on each leg, just so this video doesn't get absurdly long. But remember, if you need to do more or have more tender points, feel free to stay there a little bit longer. Good. So now we're gonna roll forward a smidge. I'm gonna roll off my mat, coming forward, woo. So you may feel more tightness down towards the knee as you roll that way. Some people feel a little bit more tightness up towards the hip. It's totally natural. It just depends on kind of, what your activities are and what you do. So again, we're gonna hold here, really feeling that tender point. Core is still in nice and tight, guys. I'm trying to keep a fairly straight line as best as I can. Just fairly straight line here, okay? We're gonna roll one more time. Find that last tender point. Boom. Hold it 20 seconds, and then we're gonna flip sides, okay? Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna just rotate down. We're gonna flip sides. I'll flip this way, you can just flip over. And we're gonna again start up a little bit closer to the hip, and then we're gonna roll closer to the knee. So again, support yourself, find a good position for your shoulder. I like to go down, I think that's more comfortable. We're gonna roll forward a little bit into that lateral quad, or the vastus lateralis, and we're gonna sit. Core in nice and tight, find that first tender point, 20 seconds. Take another roll in just about 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, 20 seconds. So guys, remember here, it is painful. A lot of times it's painful. It's not like a nice, easy, comfortable stretch. So don't be alarmed if you definitely feel a decent amount of pain. I mean, I would not say like level 10 pain, but level 5, 6 pain, totally. All right, one more roll on this side, find that tender point. So if I was doing this, I would probably do at least 2 more rolls. I would spend a little bit more time on my quads, on my lateral quads, because they're pretty tight. So feel free to pause and do that if you need to. And good. All right, from here, we're gonna move into more of the medial area. All right, into the medial quad and this hip flexor. This is gonna be a little bit of a harder one to see. I'm gonna do the best I can here. So basically what we're gonna do is you're gonna kind of angle We're gonna get down, and what you wanna do is kind of up near that hip again. We're gonna try to roll again forward a little bit with the leg. We're gonna lift that knee up to about 90 degrees, so we're not down here, we're lifted up. And then what we're gonna kind of do is finding that tender point again. We're going to open that knee, squeeze that quad, and come back, okay? You might have to roll a little bit forward, a little bit back, wherever you're comfortable. And 2, 3, we're gonna do about 5 of these. Again, you can spend as much time as you need to. Here. All right, roll. Most of the time this is a little more tender down by the knee. Well, it is for me. 5. Good, and then we're gonna go one more roll this way. Woo. 2, 3, really squeezing that quad. 4, and 5. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing, other side. Takes me a minute to get it. It's a little awkward. All right, and then we're gonna get again, find that tender point, start up by the hip, core nice and tight, try to keep decent posture, coming through. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll go one more, roll it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so now we've hit kind of the lateral and medial quads. All right, now we're gonna move a little bit into the glutes. Can't forget about the glutes. So here we're gonna do a little figure 4, stretch through those glutes. So we're gonna come left foot over the right knee, and then just like we were rolling into those tender points, we're gonna do the same thing on our glutes right here. We're gonna kind of find ourselves a little tender point, chest stays lifted, and we're just gonna sit for 20 seconds just like we did with the quad. You can roll, you can find where you need it the most. Everybody's different, so your spots are going to probably be different from mine. Good. All right, so now we're going to rotate, go to the other side, same thing. And then we're going to go here. You might also find that one side's a lot tighter than the other, like this side's really tight for whatever reason. Normal, natural. Sitting here. Roll a little bit more. And again, you can spend as much time here as you need to. Plenty of spots to hit. Okay, from here, let's roll into a little bit of upper body work. So that's 3 for the lower, we're gonna do 3 for the upper. All right, so we're gonna come here first. We're just gonna open up that chest a little bit. So laying long ways on your foam roller, we're gonna kind of tuck the chin under a little bit. It's not attractive, but we're doing it anyway. And then we're gonna flatten the back a little bit, all right? Hands are gonna go just up over the chest, and then we're gonna kind of drive our elbows down. All right, like we're trying to pinch our shoulder blades between our foam roller and kind of knocking our elbows on the ground, okay? So we're just gonna do that. This one we can count out. I like to do this one for about 15. 3, you should feel a little stretch through here. You should feel that back muscles start to kind of activate around that foam roller. 4. 5. Tucking that chin still. Double chin action, what everyone wants on video, I can tell you. So 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Keeping that same position, we're going to go into swimmers. So we're just going to go thumbs up here. Really reaching back. Again, you can cheat it by letting your back arch, right? Because now you can really reach back. So flatten that back, tuck that chin a little bit. Come in here, slow reach. Keeping those elbows nice and straight. We'll do about 15 here too. You could do more. You might have one side, my left is super tight. And it's okay if it doesn't go to the ground. If it doesn't go to the ground, that's all right. All right, do the best you can. If it does go to the ground, great. Fine. You can squeeze your glutes too a little bit here. That'll help keep your back down. 2 and 1. Good. Then we're going to do like a little modified angel. This one might be a little bit too much if you have really tight shoulders, but you're going to do the best you can on this. If it is too much, I'll show you something else that you can do. But basically what we're going to do here, starting with thumbs up, okay? We're going to come to 90 degrees. You're going to rotate your hands backwards, all right? So a little backwards flip. Everything's still staying nice and flat. And then you're going to try to reach up over your head for a good stretch. You're going to come back down, rotate those hands back to position, and come back down. I'm just going to do about 5 or 6 here. You can stop and do a little bit more if you want to, about 12, 15. If you need to, you can always just come here, externally rotate, and come back down if you need to, okay? If that's all you can handle, that's fine. If you can reach up over here, it'd be great. I kind of use the foam roller to really feel those muscles kind of pushing against that foam roller so it works through some of those knots and tightnesses. I'll go about 2 more here. Again, you can stay here long if you want. Your thumbs are kind of sweeping the ground. You might also feel the chest kind of opening up on this a little bit too, which is good. And boom. All right, the last one I'm going to show you is a little bit for the lats. I'll do it quickly. We're going to pop up off this foam roller, coming back down. Again, this is a little bit of an awkward position, but we're going to do the best we can. So basically what we're going to do, thumbs up, hands out. You can kind of start right below the joint of your shoulder and into those lats. And we're going to just, again, find a tender point. Core is in tight. You can do what you want to stay stable. And we're just going to sit for those 20 seconds. Woo! It's a good way to kind of get that rear delt a little bit too. Right there, the shoulder. All right, we're going to roll a little bit. So remember, your lat comes all the way down. It's your biggest back muscle back there. But it's also an internal rotator, guys. So your lats and your chest both internally rotate your shoulders, right? So like this. So it's important to make sure you're stretching not only your chest out, but your back as well, especially if you feel like your shoulders are rolling in, okay? So making sure we get the lats loose. I like to make noises when I fall. So making sure our lats are loose as well as our chest can really help some of that hunching and internal rotation you may feel, especially if you're working at home, you're sitting a lot and typing a lot. So don't forget about those lats back there. Right. Again, you can go as far as you need to go. Flip it around. Last one through and we are done. And now you have successfully gotten your foam roller out of storage and done something with it, other than just rolled around randomly. You know, here it's important, just try to be comfortable. If your neck starts to bother you, you can kind of give yourself a little support. Last 2 rolls, guys. And last one. program. This is a really good thing. Runners out there, after you run or in between runs, especially that lower body for you guys, everybody could use a little bit of a stretch out. So make sure you're throwing this in after some workouts on your off days. It's a great time to do it. In between work, right? So work for a little bit, tight, get all hunched, and then maybe do a quick foam roll every day just to kind of keep everything loose. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have more to come. Have a wonderful day.